about 65,000 years of Australian culture and what it is like to live here today. I can't wait to show you my beautiful home, my country. Come with me.
Hey there, I'm Ezra. I live in the beautiful city of Sydney, right on the harbour. I was born here and so are my parents, but I have grandparents from both Europe and Ireland. I absolutely love it here in Australia. I think it's a beautiful country and I hope I'm able to share with you my love for the biggest island in the world. Have a great time. See you.
Hi, my name is Bob and I'm 6 years old and I'm from Australia.
Assalamualaikum, मेरा नाम इफ्रा है. Hi, my name is Ifra Ahmed. You can call me Ifra. I'm 11 years old. My parents are from Pakistan. I was born in Pakistan. Now I'm living in Australia. Nice to meet you.
Hi, thanks for coming today. Did you know that in Australia there are 60 different species of kangaroos and a single kangaroo can jump 9 meters in a single leap?
My favourite animal is the platypus because its bill and webbed feet are like a duck's. Its body is like an otter's and its tail is like a beaver's.
Did you know that the Great Barrier Reef is the only living thing visible from space?
Hi, I'm Professor Peter Harrison. I'm a marine ecologist and I work on corals on the Great Barrier Reef. I've been lucky enough to dive on the Great Barrier Reef for 40 years. It's an extraordinary place, full of beautifully coloured fish and corals. I really hope that everyone gets a chance to visit the Great Barrier Reef and see this extraordinary beauty for themselves.
In Aboriginal culture, dreaming is used to explain how life came to be.
The stars. Across cultures, there is much meaning and stories attributed to the night sky. For the Aboriginal people of Australia, the first Australians, the stars hold the knowledge. Since the beginning of time, the skies have guided us and determined our seasonal activities across our 6-season country. Nation Australians are the original astronomers. Our people observed the stars, the position of the sun and moon. The dark clouds of our Milky Way manifest a huge emu in the sky. People of New South Wales, the emu body is directly overhead in August. It's time to go collect emu eggs. The songs sung across the country are known as songlines, and the stories told cover vast lands. This depth of understanding ensured our survival, predicted harvest, travel and hunting times. Songlines contain the wisdom of the country. It's our memory mapping, and the songline trade routes are as diverse as the landscape, waterways, and are mirrored in the sky. The universal interconnectedness in Aboriginal culture reinforces our understanding that we are all interrelated to each other and the environment. While we all look up to the same constellations, there are many different stories from the north to the south and west to the east. Everything is written twice, on the ground and in the sky. As we read the land, we look to the sky and watch for the seasonal constellations. When we navigate, the stars guide us at night. Through the day, stone arrangements and carved markers remind us of the stars. The Pleiades star cluster, known across Australia as the Seven Sisters. There are many similarities across the different language groups of the Central Desert about this epic dreaming story. Further west and to the east, the story shifts, and in some areas, it's the age-old story about unrequited, forbidden love. The moral of the Seven Sisters story echoes across the country, reminding us all of the value of women and ensuring morality. Sky knowledge includes the practical and the spiritual. It is handed down from one generation to next through kinship systems, lore, story, songs, ceremonies, rock art, carvings, and paintings. The Milky Way is seen as the rivers to the heavens by many groups. The young people of Northeast Arnhem Land, when they pass away, they travel to the spirit world in the heavens. And along the Milky Way, you can see their campfires burning. The family witness a shooting star that tells them their loved one has arrived safely. For the seafaring Torres Strait Island people, knowledge of the stars guides these master mariners on epic journeys. The oldest living culture and their star stories can teach us all how the universe functions, from the ancient ceremonies to new technology. The wisdom past shows us solace and contentment, and a peace with how small but vital we are with the role we play, reminding us each season to nurture and protect our lands. For Kamilaroi peoples in the east, the Milky Way is called Warrnambool, meaning river, the place where everything once was, until the universe was turned upside down, and now Warrnambool is the Milky Way that mirrors places on Earth. No matter how far we see, we are still all under one sky, shaped by a distinctive environment with shared values. We are all now shaped by and share the stewardship and caring for the lands, sea and sky. Barani Birum Parabuari Moru. Yesterday's stars, tomorrow's path.
Today is my day. Let's go. scientist friends, Peter and Matt, are preserving the reef for the future. Australia is surrounded by sea. Our country is rich in natural beauty. We have lots of unique wildlife. Native wildflowers are found all over my country. We need to produce enough food for the future. Professor Paolo is studying why bee numbers are declining. Wow, this beehive is amazing! Look, he puts little computer chips on their backs and tracks them. A green city landscape is an important part of our future. Come on! Australian rules football is the most highly attended spectator sport in Australia. Pass it to me! Shh! This is the best place on earth to listen to the night sky. Australian astronomers are working with scientists around the globe to build the world's largest radio telescope. Welcome to the Hospital of the Future. Professor Nia is building 3D human cell frameworks for cells to regrow and restore damaged tissue. Human cell growth occurs, and the body absorbs the framework, filling a hole that was once there.